So how many of us here complain about the mess food? I know I do. Come on, yeah, there you go. What about the toilets? I mean sanitation every day. Yeah, I totally get that. Now Toastmasters, think about a person in those floods. Think about a person who's lost his family. Think about a person who's lost his livelihood. Now let me get back to the question. How do you feel about how you just answered this question to me? Okay, Toastmasters, I want to reflect upon something called collective growth, keeping the question in mind. Now what collective growth is, it has huge significance in everything we are a part of today. Man has waited for so long since antediluvian times to achieve this after like 4,000 years. Take a look at your mobile phones, Toastmasters. What is in those mobile phones? It's the electronics that works in them. About a few thousand years ago, they discovered the fact that like charges repel and unlike charges attract. Now from there to this point, how do you think we came about? It all adds up, Toastmasters. Growth is ever continuous, and the result of growth is eventual but beautiful. Coming back to my question now, Toastmasters, how would that person be? In what state of mind would that person be, more importantly, losing everything he ever had? What are we doing, Toastmasters, today? What are we doing sitting here right now? What are we doing reflecting upon a topic like this? It's quite often that someone or the other like me comes and gives a speech on a similar topic and there is a conclusion, but there is no action, Toastmasters. And there is no action because we don't feel the need to act. And we will only feel the need to act when we truly realize what people like that, what people like those on the streets out there are missing out. So Toastmasters, talking about collective growth and everything and how we should be a part of the society to be experiencing this collective growth ourselves, I would like to remind us of the fact that our position right now is quite privileged. A lot of us take it for granted, I know I take it for granted. But why are we given this position here, Toastmasters? Why are we on the top of the ledge whereas a few people are hanging barely on their fingers? It's because we can reach down and give them our hand and lift them to where we are right now. Our growth right now is an investment, Toastmasters. An investment made by our families. They have sweated out and they have given us the resources that we have right now. An investment made by our society, and on a greater perspective, an investment made by our country. So Toastmasters, apart from the fact that we are growing, we also have to serve. And this service is outward, Toastmasters. It begins with ourselves. We serve ourselves by growing, right? And then it moves on to the family. Then it moves on to the society. Then the country. And if we still have something in us left, humanity as a whole, Toastmasters. That's where we have to act. Now let's talk about our country, Toastmasters. A lot of us feel, I know I do, that we lack resources, we lack a lot of things in our country to achieve the kind of position, let's say, that US is in right now. But we have something that compensates more than enough for the lack of resources that we have. Can you guess that, Toastmasters? What do we have that compensates enough for the lack of resources that we can do without? Our minds, the people, right? The people, their dedication. This is what we have, Toastmasters. With the people and a vision, anything is possible. Forget being resourceless. You create another plan. There's always option B in every place. It's just that you have to look in that direction. There are great martyrs like Mahatma Gandhi. I don't even want to say those names anymore because it's become so cliche. But they gave up their lives, right? Why did they give up their lives? Because they knew that they were a part of a bigger picture, that their lives had to be given. Because it was in the end an eventual success, right? The biggest change that we ever had in a long time is freedom that we got. So they realized that they had to sacrifice their lives so that we could see today, we could see the day that we are enjoying right now. So it's always a broader perspective, Toastmasters, and that's what gives us maturity. We all are above 20, hopefully right now. So we have to have a wider perspective here, Toastmasters. Now coming back to the fact that our nation needs change. Now, no, it doesn't need change. What it really needs is the action towards change. That is a big gap that is missing, Toastmasters. I just said, right, that we lack resources because we believe that we lack resources. A lot of us believe that. Let me talk about an example. Remember the Mangalyaan satellite that we launched? It costed $74 million. US launched a similar satellite a few days ago that costed $674 million. On an average, each citizen of India for the Mangalyaan project had to pay around 40 rupees. And if you look at it in an even simpler way, the orbiter to go all the way to Mars took around 12 rupees every kilometer. You know how economical that is, Toastmasters? 12 rupees per kilometer is the auto fare of the VIT autos out there. And imagine that, we are going all the way in space at that same cost. So we didn't have the resources, but we had the people and the dedication and we saw it through. There you go. Toastmasters, how can we bring about this change today, Toastmasters? What do we do? We see huge amount of unemployment today. How do we avoid all that, Toastmasters? We hopefully won't be unemployed. Let's say we reach in a good position in our lives. The next thing we should immediately do is create jobs, Toastmasters. Entrepreneurship is a key in the growth of our civilization, at least our country. We need to create jobs. We need to promote growth through ourselves. Change cannot be seen from outside, Toastmasters. It has to be observed from within each and every one of us. That's how you can find it. So for something like entrepreneurship, we can take an example of VIT itself, Toastmasters. What was Vellore before VIT and CMC? It was nothing much. But with the oncoming of VIT and CMC, students are basically financial resources, right, for people. So we see all economic growth all around Vellore. There's Palras, there are places to eat. There are a lot of places, right? So the Chancellor himself is not prospering about whatever he did, but everyone in Vellore is. The economy is growing, Toastmasters. So bring a change, Toastmasters. Look around yourselves, Toastmasters. I see a change in you. I see a change in you. I see a change in you.